Last week we were discussing ratio analysis, right? Financial statement analysis. Right. You will be having midterm test, maybe 409. The LMS 1 hour test. Ms. Nishanti, we communicate the time. There are 25 MCQs. 25 MCQs. Today, what we are going to do is we'll discuss LK's 33 earnings per share. We start at 21. Okay, then we'll complete that one and start LK's 33. LK's 33 is earnings per share. Like what we were discussing in LK's 21 was we discussed definitions and we differentiated functional currency and the presentation currency. Right? Functional currency and presentation currency. Then we have divided these foreign transactions and foreign operations. Foreign transactions and foreign operations. What is the difference between foreign transaction and foreign operation? What is the difference? Foreign transaction and foreign operation. Yes? Definitions. Then we divided this one into two. Foreign transaction, foreign operation. Foreign transaction means, an entity can purchase goods and services from other countries, that's import. Then entity can export, sell goods and services to other countries, right? They would be using different currencies. Okay, so we need to translate them. We need to translate. Now, for an instance, early entity can buy goods from other countries. Let's say the currency would be US dollars. We need to pay 5,000 US dollars. But early entity's functional currency is LKR. Early entity's functional currency is LKR. So this transaction need to be translated into functional currency. Right? Our functional currency, early entity's fund, you know the difference between functional currency and the presentation currency, I discussed. These 5,000 US dollars need to be converted into LKR. When you are going to convert them into LKR, you should know specific rates. What are the rates? Spot rate. Spot rate. Then spot rate means rate at which for the immediate delivery. Spot rate. Then closing rate. What do you mean by closing rate? Closing rate means what? Spot rate. Closing. What do you mean by closing? The rate at which the reporting date, end of the year, let's say 31st December, is the reporting date. The rate at which on this particular date is for closing rate. Closing rate, right? Closing rate. Or trade closing rate. Then functional currency, presentation currency, functional presentation. We were discussing them. Functional currency need to be derived. Functional currency need to be derived. But presentation currency can be selected. Did you get that point? Functional currency needs to be derived. We cannot select it. There are conditions to be satisfied. But presentation currency can be any currency. Any currency which we are preparing financial statement, that is presentation. Most of the cases, functional currency and presentation currency same. Most of the cases, functional and presentation same. Right? Now LKR, we are presenting LKR. Functional also LKR, presenting also LKR. But that would not be applied in all the cases. Let's say there is a shareholder in other country. That shareholder requested financial statements on their currency. Right? Then we can convert them into that particular currency. For instance, let's say Australian dollars. There is a small shareholder. He or she needs a financial statement on their currency. We can convert them into presentation currency. Presentation currency, right? So that's the difference between functional and presentation. I have shown you one company in this country. Functional currency was US dollars. Right? Functional currency need to be determined. That is based on how that particular business is operating, how salaries are paid, how raw materials are purchased. Based on that, we need to select it. Right, okay. Functional currency, presentation currency. Then there are imports and exports. Right? When it comes to foreign transactions, okay. We'll focus on foreign transactions first, try to understand. After that, I will be showing the lecture material. Did I upload to the links? No. I will upload. We can upload, right? Give me a couple of minutes. Okay. Foreign transaction. We can divide into two. Just take down. We can divide into two. Foreign transactions we can divide into two. We can discuss that one through an example. Let's say in this RD entity, reporting date is 31st March. Okay. RD entity purchase goods for $5,000 US dollars. Right? Purchase on credit. Purchase on credit. $5,000. Transaction date is 25th of Feb. 25th of Feb. Let's say 2023. This is 31st March 2023. Yeah? When was the transaction date? 25th of February. Right? That is the date. Okay. How the transaction actually developed in 25th of February. 25th of February. How many dollars? $5,000 US dollars. Functional currency LKR. Functional currency is LKR. Right? Functional currency is LKR. How we are going? What is the transaction date? 25th of April. On this day, do you need to translate into LKR? Yes or no? Yes. The transaction date, that is for spot trade. Spot trade transaction date is spot trade. We should convert. I should give you the rate. The transaction date 25th of Feb. $1 US equals 200 rupees LKR. 200 LKR. $1 US equals 340 or 20. 304. 304. Right. Okay. What do you need to do then? On the transaction, what is the double entry? What is the double entry? Let's say settlement after the reporting date. Settlement after the reporting date. Settlement එක වෙන්නේ අපි හිතමු 25th February යන්නේ 10th of March. Sorry. 10th of April. 10th of April, this 5,000 will be paid. That is 2023. එදාට $1 US equals 250 rupees LKR. May I have you learn 25th $1 US equals 200 LKR. Right? Then 10th of April $1 US equals 250 LKR. Then you should be given another one 31st March. I will explain why you should be given 31st March exchange rate. $1 US equals 240 LKR, right? Okay. So in this example, I'm trying to explain settlement after the reporting date. Settlement after the reporting date, right? Okay. Double entry. On the transaction date, what is the double entry? You can take down two accounts. One of them. You are the accountant of early entry. Yeah? How this transaction is recorded? What are the double entries? We buy. When you purchase the we purchase. Early entry we purchase. Purchase account or purchase account or inventory. Purchase account or inventory. There are two inventory methods: perpetual inventory method and periodic inventory method. Perpetual and periodic. If we are using perpetual, what is the double entry? What is the debit entry? Perpetual inventory anona මොකක්ද හර වෙන්නේ? Perpetual inventory system, what is the debit? Inventory account debit. Perpetual. අකණ්ඩ තෝක්‍රමය. When you were in O levels, the grade 12 in A levels, how did you record when you purchase inventories in the equation? How do you record in the equation when you purchase goods? For the සර්කියාගෙන නිස්කියාගෙන කොහොමද? තෝගයක් ගත්තා කියම මේ සමීකරණ ලියුවේ කොහොමද? How did you write in the equation? How did you write? Asset increase, asset decrease, ne? Asset increase, asset decrease. How did you write the same transaction in the ledger? How did you write the same transaction in the ledger? Debit करेगा. Purchase account debit. Cash or credit account debit. Why? Same transaction, but you have recorded two different thinking patterns. Why? Why? So in the equation, you were thinking asset increase. In the ledger, you were thinking expense increase. That's why you debited expense purchase account. Right. Already you know the answer. What is the answer? There are two inventory methods. One of the methods then perpetual and period. The equation, knowing or unknowing, you have used which method? The perpetual inventory method. The ledger, you have used periodic inventory method. But at the end of the day, there is no any difference. There is a difference, then people would use them for manipulation. Right? There is no any difference, but when it comes to purchase date, the recognition accounting entry would be different. But ultimately, there is no any difference. At the end of the day, there is no any difference in terms of profitability, in terms of asset recognition, no any difference. Right? Double entry, right? What is the double entry? Purchase account or inventory account. Purchase account or inventory account. Purchase account or inventory account. Debit. Here the done 5,000 into 200. Here and then. So here 1 million. Then 1 million. 1 million LKR. That's the head. 1 million. Here creditors account. Here purchase or inventory. Right here creditor. Right. Okay. Now this is the initial entry, initial recognition of that. At the transaction date, portrait need to be taken and convert into LKR. This is the initial entry. Okay. Now, in this case, now let's say you have recognized as an asset. Now, inventory is an asset. Is that monetary asset or non-monetary asset? Is that monetary or non-monetary? Huh? Monetary asset or non-monetary asset? Non-monetary. Creditors is a monetary item or non-monetary item? Huh? Monetary item. You know, there is a definition in monetary item, non-monetary. Write down the definition in your summary, monetary and non-monetary. Monetary and non-monetary. Monetary. मूल्य में लोन एक monetary item monetary item. Again, if there is fixed and determinable pattern, fixed and determinable pattern in terms of cash flows, that is monetary item. Fixed and determinable. All the definitions are available in slide, right? Now, in this case, what you need to understand is you should differentiate monetary items and the non-monetary items. Do you know why I am saying so? Because at the end of the day, the reporting date is there, 31st March. 31st March. What do you think about that? What do you think? Do we need to change inventories at the end of the reporting date? Do we need to change? So inventory, this is on 25th of March. Make it 25th of March. Sorry, February. 25th of February. Right? Now, 25th of February, $1 equals 200. 31st March, $1 equals 240. My question is, do you need to change inventory account? Do you need to change creditors account? What do you feel? Do we need to change? Because exchange rate fluctuated. Should we change creditors? Because we should settle. Right? There should be a proper reflection at the reporting. Monetary items should be converted at closing rate. Monetary items should be converted at closing rate. Monetary items is that. Monetary items should be converted at closing rate. Monetary items should be converted at closing rate. Right? Non-monetary items, you should convert, but at historical rate. Historical rate. Historical rate, this year number. That means there is no difference. There is no difference. Historical rate. Historical rate. So, they are something historical rate. Historical rate. Historical rate. Historical rate. Right. Okay. Then in the reporting date, what you need to do is you need to now if this is purchase, you should charge them in P&L. You should charge them into P&L, right? 1 million. If this is an asset inventory, you should bring them into next year beginning. Balance carried forward, balance brought forward. You are not going to change the figure. 1 million is 1 million. Historical layer. We are in closing date now, 31st March. 31st March. You should convert by using closing rate. Well, 1.2 million. Total balance carried forward 1.2 million. Balance brought forward 1.2 million. Right? Now, this account should be balanced. The difference should be charged to where? OCI or PNL. This is foreign transaction. Translation difference. PNL or OCI? PNL. Yes. This should be charged to PNL. Foreign exchange difference. That is 200,000. Is this loss or gain? Is this loss or gain? Loss. PNL debit. Creditors account credit. Loss. Right? Because of foreign exchange difference, because our currency was depreciated. Our currency was depreciated. Therefore, we need to pay higher amount. So this should be charged to PNL. Foreign currency loss. Right. Okay. Then we will be settling. We will settle it after the reporting date. We will settle April month. April 10. Further fluctuated 250 250 here 12.5 million. So we should pay 12.5 million. Double it. 1.25. Sorry, 1.25. So 1.25 million double input. Cash credit, creditors account debit. And 1.25. Rather than cash here. So again, there is a difference. That difference also should be charged to PNL. Right? Here is 50,000. Right? This can be either positive or negative. That means gain or loss. Both should charge to PNL. The better when than PNL. That's it. That's it. But we were discussing settlement after the reporting period. Now we'll discuss. There is another one. The summary. Settlement after the reporting period. Settlement after the reporting period. Settlement after the reporting period. Next one, settlement before the reporting period. Settlement before the reporting period. Settlement before the reporting period. We need to the foreign transaction. That's foreign transaction. Foreign transaction. Right. Here, foreign transaction. First one, settlement before, sorry, settlement after the reporting date. Here, settlement before the reporting date. I would take same example. Transaction happened in 25th of February. Settlement 28th of March. 28th of March. And that is possible. Reporting date 31st March. Before 31st March, entity settling. right? Entry settle. අපි මේකේ කමෙන්ට් එක මෙහෙම කරුවා. දැන් මේක අපි data පැත්තට ගත්තේ නෑනේ. We'll take on data side. We'll sell something. We'll sell something and settlement before the reporting date, right? අපි ගමු තව උදාහරණයක්. On 28th of Feb, entity sold goods for $2,000. 28th of Feb, sold $2,000 worth goods, right? Then 25th of March, 25th of March, debtor would settle. Debtor would settle. That means we are getting money. We are getting money. We are getting money. Settled. Okay, on this date, $1 equals 300, let's say. $1 equals 310. Then 31st March, that is the reporting date. $1 equals 305. 305. What are the accounts that you should draw? What are the accounts that you have to have? You are the accountant of hourly entity. Hourly entity sold goods to other customer outside the country. Yes? Double entry. Debtor account. Debtor debit. Sales credit. Sales credit. Debtor. Double entry. Make a double entry. 2000 into, you need to take the transaction date. 2000 into 300. Here then the what putta? 600,000. Sales credit 600,000. Here sales. Here debtor. Okay, debtor. Now in this case, this is an income. No? We need to transfer them into P&L. Because income and expenses generally we should translate at the transaction date. We should translate at the transaction date, right? It should be charged to P&L 600,000. 600,000, right? This one. This is a monetary item. Monetary item. In this case, there is a settlement before the reporting date. Before the settlement date. We are getting 25th of March. We are getting on 25th of March. On this day, this is the exchange rate. Here the relevant. Unse the higher when you the here 620,000. 620,000. Cash debit, debtor credit. 620,000. Now this data account should be balanced. Difference should charge to P&L. Difference should charge to P&L. 20,000 should charge to P&L. Now in this case, P&L is debit or credit? Credit. P&L credit. This is debtor's point of view. We have benefit because we have exported. We have exported. In that case, depreciation of currency is a good. If we are in export-oriented market, people can earn profit. If our currency is depreciated, then exporters, there is a benefit. Now you can see the benefit. When you in grade 12, 13, in economics, you have learned, right? You have learned. This is the reflection in accounting. This is the reflection in accounting. Right. Okay. Foreign transaction. Right? Please take it down. Did you get LKS 33? 33, I uploaded into LMS. Hope you have downloaded. And the 21 I have not, I will be uploading. Right, you have access to LMS, right? I will upload to LMS now. There are 16D exemptions, right? Level 3, session 1. Did you upload your presentations? Group assignment report, did you upload? Already uploaded, huh? We can take the presentations as well later. Huh? Next week or this week? Next week. Okay, next week, ready and come, huh? Next week, Saturday, right, for the presentations. Okay, right. LKS 33 already uploaded. I will upload for week 13. I will upload LKS 21. Week 13. LKS 21. Right, uploaded. Download it. Right. Clear the screen again. We can go through the slides quickly. Okay, page 21. The effect of changes in foreign exchange rates. Okay, did you download it? Right. These are the presentation outcomes, objective of the standard, definitions, functional, and the presentation currency. Then foreign currency transactions. We focus on foreign currency transactions in this lecture, right? Not foreign operations. But you should know what foreign operations are, right? There is a difference between foreign operation and foreign transaction. Foreign transactions are import and export. Foreign operations means what? There can be a branch outside the country. There can be a maybe subsidiary outside the country. So those are called foreign operations. Okay, foreign operations. Objective of the standard. The standard prescribes how to include foreign currency transactions and foreign operations in the financial statements of an entity and how to translate financial statements into presentation currency. How to translate into presentation currency. Okay. There are some definitions. Already you have listed down. Exchange rate, ratio of exchange for two currencies, LKR to US dollars. There can be two currencies. What is the exchange? Right? Ratio of exchange. Functional currency is the currency of the primary economic environment in which entity operates. Primary economic currency of the primary economic environment in which. Again, economic environment के Lanka में व्यापार करो LKR के लिए नहीं होती. Primary economic environment, right? If that economic environment operates with US dollars, functional currency would be US dollars. Right? Now, for a good example is Haley's fabric. Haley's fabric. Right? Haley's fabric located in Sri Lanka, but economic environment uses US dollars. US dollars. Therefore, functional currency US dollars. Right. Functional currency is currency of the primary economic environment in which entity operates. Foreign currency is the currency other than the functional currency of the entity. Foreign currency is currency other than the functional currency. Right? That could be a foreign currency. Functional currency and foreign currency is bad. Anyone like the translation I can add? Translation I can add. The foreign currency can create. Presentation currency is the currency in which financial statements are presented. That can be in currency. Exchange difference is the difference resulting from translating a given number of unit of one currency into another currency at different exchange rates. If exchange rate is different, then there is a difference. That difference is called exchange difference. The difference is called exchange difference. Take a look at summary exchange difference. The summary. Exchange difference. exchange different, right? Okay, moving on. Monetary item. Look at this. Monetary item. Already you have written it. Monetary item. What do you mean by that? Units of currency held and assets and liabilities to be received or paid in a fixed or determinable number of units of currency. Fixed or determinable number of units of currency. That can be asset or liability. Debtor, there is a fixed and determinable unit of currency. Creditor, there is a fixed and determinable unit of currency. Inventory, no. Property, plant, equipment, no. So those are non-monetary items. Monetary items, examples, debtors, creditors, cash and cash equivalents, those are monetary items. Fixed deposits, they are monetary or non-monetary. There is an investment. Investment, monetary or non-monetary? Non-monetary or monetary? Monetary. There is a fixed and determinable unit of currency. So monetary. Okay. Spot exchange rate. I don't know, monetary clear. Explain, but better to write monetary aspect. Better to write monetary items. Monetary items in clear. Right, okay. You right? Spot exchange rate is the exchange rate for immediate delivery. It's called spot exchange rate. Spot. Rate at which for the immediate delivery. ඒක ස්පොට් එක ඕන තැනකට ගන්න පුළුවන් ස්පොට් එක. අදට තියෙන ස්පොට් රේට් එක කීයද? right? Spot rate is the exchange rate for immediate delivery. Closing rate. Is the spot exchange rate. like එතනත් use කරනවා. Spot exchange rate at the end of the reporting period. Spot exchange rate at the end of the reporting period. That is called closing rate. Right. Then there is a definition in foreign operation. एक लियागन समझे foreign operation. Foreign operation. As a definition, foreign operation can is an entity that is a subsidiary, associate, joint arrangement or branch of a reporting entity, the activities of which are based or conducted in a country or currency other than those of the reporting entity. Currency would be different, but that is located, that is conducted in other, as a branch, as an associate, as a joint arrangement. That is called foreign operation. Foreign operation. Now we'll focus. Already we have discussed them. I already told you, I'm just going through the slide. Foreign currency transaction. Company records foreign currency transactions at spot exchange rate on the date on the transaction. Subsequent retranslation of the foreign balance in the statement of financial position results in exchange gains or losses. That's what we did under two circumstances. What are those two circumstances? Settlement before the reporting date, settlement after the reporting date. Right. Initial recognition. We did it. At the date of transaction, how we are going to recognize that? Look at this. Foreign currency transaction is a transaction that is denominated or requires settlement in a foreign currency, include transaction arising when an entity buys or sells goods or service whose price is denominated in foreign currency, borrow or lends funds when amounts payable or receivable are denominated in a foreign currency, otherwise acquire or disposes assets or incurs, settles liabilities denominated in foreign currency. These are the transactions. Let's say we, as a bank, we have given a loan. So that's a transaction for me, right? That's a loan for me. That's loan granted. That's a transaction for me. So that need to be translated, right? As a foreign transaction. Initial measurement. Already we have discussed two transactions: import and export. Import and export. Reporting foreign currency transactions in the functional currency. Foreign currency transactions shall be recorded on initial recognition in the functional currency by applying to the foreign currency amount potential rate between functional currency and the foreign currency at the date of transaction. In transaction date spot rate. You should use that particular exchange rate and apply to foreign currency. Then you would be getting functional currency. That's what we did. Okay. Then difference between functional currency and the presentation currency. Functional and the presentation. Can anyone read it? Any volunteer? Functional currency and the presentation currency.
Functional currency is the currency of the primary economic environment in which the entity operates. For most individual entities, the functional currency will be the currency of the country in which they are located and in which they carry out most of their transactions. An entity can present its financial statements in any currency it chooses. This is the presentation currency for most individual entities. The presentation currency is the same as the functional currency.
Most of the cases, functional currency would be the currency in which that particular country uses. But that is not that cannot be applied always. Most of the cases, yes, but there are some rare circumstances where which functional currency would be different than the local currency. Local currency how this depend on the local currency. Local currency, functional currency, presentation currency. Right? Local, functional, presentation. Correct? Settlement before the reporting date. Read. Procedure.
The amount paid is considered using the spot rate and the settlement date and recorded as the cash flow.
Right. We'll take one by one. Amount paid or received is translated using the spot rate at the settlement date. We did it, Nathan. Because settlement date at the date of settlement we have taken and translated. It was
The receivable or payable is
Derecognized.
Derecognized at the amount at which is most recognized.
Recognized. Right? Then
Any difference is recognized as profit or loss.
any difference, profit or loss. So derecognize කරනවා කියන්නේ පුතා ඒ ගෙවන ගාන අපි අදාළ account එකට බැර දැන් data එක බැර කරනවා කියන්නේ. We should derecognize. The difference between there is a balance in the account, that balance should charge to P&L. දැන් මම කරලා තියෙන්නේ මේ වගේ. ඊළඟ practice question number 1. Do it. අංකල කරා.
Can you closing next up?
Did you answer? Right. Sri Lankan company sells good to a Chinese company in June 2004 and agrees to invoice Chinese yuan. The price is yuan 116,000 exchange rate at the time of sale. 1 yuan equals 20 rupees. But when the debt is eventually paid in July 2004, the rate has altered to or changed to 1 yuan equals 19.5. Sri Lankan company has a 31 December year end. 31 December year end. So the accounting treatment. Double entry stick here. I will go to my whiteboard. Here, sales, debtors. What is the LKR amount? 202,320. How many yuan? 116,000 multiplied by 20. 116,000 multiplied by 20. So you will be getting this figure. Here debtors, here sales. This will be charged to P&L. Then this settled after the reporting date, right? That means at the end of the reporting date, you need to people settlement. People settlement. People settlement paid in July 2004, year end 31 December. So in that day, 19.5. 19.5. We are getting 116,000 into 19.5. Cash debit, data credit. 2 million. 262. Difference 58,000. That should be charged to PL. It's very simple. Very simple. This is the answer. Hope you have taken down. You can mark it very clearly. Right. Now settlement after the reporting date. After settlement after the reporting date. In that case, what you did? Monetary items, you should convert by using closing rate. The difference should charge to PL. Okay. Look at this. Foreign currency monetary items, loans, receivables, payables, retranslated using closing rate. Non-monetary items, non-current assets and inventories, which are carried at historical cost, are not translated. Historical rate, no? That is, they remain in the financial statements translated at the rate that applied when they were purchased, historical rate. Non-monetary items which are carried at fair value are translated using exchange rate that existed when the values were measured. Values were measured. At the date now, there is, let's say there is a translation. The translation, there is a fair value. You need to take the exchange rate on that particular date. When you are translating, let's say we purchase machinery. We purchase machinery from another country, right? Now there are two approaches as per case 16. What are those approaches? Historical cost basis and revaluation basis. When there is a revaluation going on, we need to take the fair value at that particular date. A change account OCI. OCI. Change account OCI. The other standard apply. OCI. Practice question number 2. Show the accounting treatment to record above transaction. Practice question number 2. After this, we'll take a break. That's what it is. How the day will be together. 9 today, 9. You need another 2 days. How many days you need? Presentation? You will be finalizing within this week. Because next week you will be having presentation. Okay, you can upload before Friday. You can upload even though it is, but you are allowed to upload, right? There is no any restriction.
Yeah, that's not.
But marks would not be uploaded. There is no issue. I can change as I will change. Change Nokara, you can upload. No issue, right? Before next week, Friday. Reports are already uploaded, eh?
Yeah.
Report done. You need to see one report. Okay, you can answer while you are doing this question. I will check one report, how you have done it. There are 11 reports submitted. Groups how many members in a group? 5. 5 to 6. The ළමයි 60ක් 70ක් ඉන්නවද මේකේ?
online එක.
Only group leader can upload. හැමෝම upload කරේ නැහැ නේ. Right, I will take this report as an example. Okay. These comments will be helpful for your presentation, even though you have not included them in the report. You can incorporate them when you are presenting. Now, this group, Suryarachi, CP Suryarachi, AU Arachi, your group, right? Who is the leader? You are the leader. Right, CP Suryarachi. Now you have selected Kingsbury Hotel and Lanka Hospitals Corporation PLC. Those are the two entities that you have selected. And it looks good. You have mentioned content page and executive summaries there, discussion. And you need to mention why you have selected those two companies. There should be justification of selection. You cannot just select companies. There should be reasons. Right? Entire team should be aware why you selected that. Right? That justification should be there. Then introduction to the hospital industry and Lanka Hospital Corporation PLC. Then disclosures of financial instruments, disclosures of property plant equipment, disclosures of revenue contract with customers, and conclusion. In Kingsbury Hotel, you have taken fair value measurement. The SLFR is 13. Right? Okay. Now you have selected financial instruments from both companies, right? Financial in both companies. Then there can be a kind of comparison as well. Right. When you present, I need to see, let's take financial instruments. I strongly believe you went through the financial instruments standard, SLFR is 7. SLFR is 7, right? Don't refer SLFR is 9. SLFR 9, recognition and measure. SLFR is 7 for the measure disclosure, because I wanted to focus on the measurement in this assignment. Right? When you talk about disclosures, definitely there are connections for the recognition, measurement, initial recognition, everything would be connected, but you need to comply with disclosures. In that case, what you need to emphasize is these are the required disclosures as per the standard. For an instance, there are 49 disclosures available as per the standard. Right? Kingsbury Hotel disclosed 30 out of 49. Some disclosures are not applicable. 10 not applicable. Then balance, they have not disclosed. Right? That type of gap need to be identified. These are the disclosures as per the standard. They have disclosed for 30. Not applicable. Some collaterals, the applicable, not applicable. They have not disclosed at all, even though that is inside the disclosure standard. And ඒක තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ identify කරන්නේ. Del case 10ක් මේකේ අරන් දෙන්න. Del case 10 ඒ විදිහම තමයි. You can read the disclosure requirement and you can search in the annual report whether they have disclosed or not. හරි ඒතර ඔයාලා ඕක ඇතුලේ ගිලිලා පීනලා ඔය annual report එක අස්සේ ගොඩාක් දුවන්න වෙනවා. හරි මහන්සි වෙනවා keyword search කරලා තියෙන්නේ කොහෙද තැන කොහෙද මේ annual report එක බලන්න. එතන ඔයා හරියට මේ assignment එක කරනවා කියන්නේ you would be getting some exposure from the annual reports. Practicability of the standards in terms of disclosures. Right? So I need to see that outcome in the presentation. You can introduce a table. Standard list, again number quantity question quantity 50 disclosures are there as per the standard, but they have reported 30. Not applicable level නැත්නම් වැරදි picture එකක් එනවනේ 50ක් තියෙන එක 30ක් report 20ක් report කරලා නැහැ හැබැයි audit කරලා තියෙන්නේ KPMG වයි. හරි ඒක not applicable කියන එක වැදගත් නේද? Not applicable කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. So you have to have that option as well. Okay? Right. ඒකත් update කරලා තමයි presentation එක upload කරන්නේ. Right. You have to have a checklist, like a checklist. Excel එකේ හදාගන්න. Excel එකේ හදාගන්න. ඒකත් මම ඕනනම් link එකක් දාන්න. These are the disclosures. Right? You can copy and paste into the what you call Excel. හරි? ඊට පස්සේ අරක තියෙනවා නම් years. Not applicable නම් ඒ calendar year. ඒකට years එකක් දාන්න. Not applicable. හරි දැන් Excel එකක් ගත්තොත් are you having included? Let me check that. Yes, you have included. Right, very good. Maintain disclosure requirement, whether appropriately disclosed, years, reference if disclosed. Very good. Page number එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා. Nicely done. Not applicable කියලා දාලා තියෙනවා. මේක Excel sheet එක Excel එකත් ඕනනම් upload කරන්න දාන්නම. But you can show them, as a summary table. දැන් මෙතන තියෙනවා disclosures හිතන්න අර මම කිව්ව ඉස්සෙල්ලා කියපු උදාහරණයම තමයි. එක එක standard එක අන්න. දැන් standard requirement එක වෙනස් වෙන්න බෑ ඒක. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයා කියනවා 50ක් වෙන කාරණා කියන්න බෑ 25යි කියලා ඒක. standard එක මොඩම එකයිනේ. හරි ඒ නිසා ඒක පරිස්සමෙන් ගණනය කරගන්න. හරිද? Very good. You have done a good job. Then may ඇවිල්ලා පුතා ඉස්සරහට ඔයාලා දැන් level 4 research එකක් කරනවනේ. නැද්ද? No research? Are you doing a research in next?
If we want,
If you want, right. This is a general degree. If you wish, you can extend to special degree. That way, if we are doing a research, this type of thing called content analysis. Content analysis, you refer annual reports. This is secondary data, right? So you could use, you can get some exposure. Right? Now, we disclosure standards, but we were not focusing on the disclosures very much, but that is more important. Why? What is the purpose of finance reporting? To provide information for decision making. Right? I hope you got good understanding, good exposure on disclosure. Next, create Excel sheet එකක් දාන්න එතකොට ඔයාලට ඒක පෙන්නන්න පුළුවන්. Right. ඒකත් අප්ලෝඩ් කරලා දාන්න. Right, okay, we can continue this one. Change possible. Right. Right, okay, shall we discuss this? I changed the data. Submission date 15th of this month. Right, TJ Imports Private Limited has brought goods from Australia. This is creditor side, purchase. Price in Australian dollars for many years. 18 November 2003, the company buy goods for $80,000, receiving 3 months credit from the supplier. TJ Imports paid supplier on 12th February 2004. TJ Imports has 31st December year end and goods remain in stocks at this date. Relevant exchange rates 18, 31st and February 12. Show the accounting treatment. Maybe 80,000. Okay. Practice question number 2. Answer for practice question number 2. Inventory or purchase. creditors. Purchase date again, transaction date again, 9 million 80. All values are in thousands. Thousands that moment agar. Namada desi akuai. Here inventory. Here creditor. Right. This should be. It should be charged to P&L or else carry forward or brought forward if this is in inventory. This one, the reporting date, what you should do, 80,000 into 120. Here,
9,600.
balance carry forward, balance brought forward. 9,600. 9,600. So that here better in Ghana. That should be charged P and to Guardian.
320.
320. 320. That should be charged P and L. Alright, it was settled करने की है तो तब
9,500.
cash 9,000
520.
9,520. And there is a difference of 8 here. That should be charged to P&L. P&L credit, creditors count everything. Right, very simple. We'll do, we have more here. No. 2 different years, no. This is previous year, this is next year. Right? 2 different years. So you cannot set off. Right, practice question number 3. Before that, we'll read this. Exchange difference, as we have seen, exchange difference occur in relation to monetary items when there is a change in exchange rate between transaction date and the reporting date, or between the transaction date and settlement date. There can be difference. That change should charge to P&L. Exchange differences arising on the settlement of translation of monetary items are recognized in the profit and loss, the period in which they arise. When a gain or loss on non-monetary item is recognized in other comprehensive income, for example, where property is revalued, any related exchange difference should also be recognized in other comprehensive income. That's what I said. That should be charged to OCI. Right. Last question. Government. ඒක settle වෙන්නේ installment විදිහට. ඒකයි ඒක ඉතින් වෙනස් වෙන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. මේ සංගීත මොකක්ද කියලා? යූරෝ නේ. Euro. SLA imports whose year end is 30 December buys some goods from Lanka SA of France in 30 September. The invoice value 40,000 euro and its due settlement in equal installments on 30th November and 31st January. Before the settlement, installment, after settlement, exchange rate moves as follows. 1 euro equals 170, 180, 178, 183. Settle state the accounting entry in the books of SLA imports. We have another class at 12 o'clock. 12 to 3. you have another class at 3:15 or 3:30. Professor Ajwat, 3. Then we need to stop at 12:30 or 12:45. 2:30. Yeah, that's 2:45. Right. Rather than May. Ecola hina dola hina mo. Milagro. After milagro thing, right. Okay. Can we discuss the answer? Also, kata Istilah saya mau nopo berkat Indonesia, pangkasan ke DKI apa kan? Oh, ekat tahu ekaman kita mau mencari kilo. Oh, oh, itu tahu. Saya mau itu saya kita lihat kok. Saya masih ada mana ini tuh baru betul betul. Kita kamu kan? Oh, itu. Harus. Can we discuss the answer? Right. We'll discuss this answer and take a break. Huh? Right. Break. Okay, 40,000 euro. Answer. Practice question number 3. Creditor purchase 40,000 into 170. How much? 6,800. Thousands. Here purchase 6,800. Here creditor. Here purchase. Change two names. This should be charged to P&L in that particular year. Making the dollar at least dollar in euro. Then euro here go the euro. Which is that? Here are then. Huh? Here the cash. Huh? Tunda? I see. Cash credit, debit. And ඊට පස්සේ පුතා අපි ගාව දෙන්න. ඔන්න තේරුම් ගන්න වැඩි. හරි? This is the point. What is the remaining balance to be paid? 20,000 euro. That amount need to be translated by using closing date. Right? Here. Okay, balance carried forward. Balance brought forward.
3,560.
3,560. Another 3,560. Because remaining euro value is 20,000. Because that should be settled. That 20,000 should be translated by using closing rates. Then make it. Then on the balance color, when a book charging behavior. Here is the one better than the local. Right? No, this is the way that you should follow. 360. Right. 360 is the exchange difference that should be charged to BNL in that particular year. Now next year, subsequent year what will it? Entity settled. Entity settled. Then here are the current cash. 183 183 වැඩි කිරීම 20000. හා 3600 දැන් එතන වෙනස ගන්න අකාල. මේකයි මේක අතර වෙනස. 3660. එතන CI නේ. PN. If you made mistake, take your red pen and correct. Take your red pen. So you will never do such mistake again. If you can see that specifically. If you use Tipex, you cannot see the mistakes. You cannot see the mistakes. Right? You need to see the mistakes that you have done. Therefore, don't use Tipex. Don't use Tipex. Particularly accountants should not use Tipex. Why? Why? If you made mistake, you need to cut by one line and put a signature there. Right? Right? But in other places, you need to put your signature if you cut something. Right? If you Tipex, it leads to what? Maybe corruption, frauds and all. Right? Mistakes are normal, general, right? Therefore, you have to have practice. The samaraya monarika kohama ek udama liyal tamala. Ek udama bolakal liyal. Eka visible nan amaru balana. Imira kapo anis pattali walasanta. Ari eku purudu wenna. Eva wenna honda practices. Right? Right. Enan echarai ne. With that, LKS 21 finished, completed. Right. Okay. With that, we can conclude LKS 21. After that, I will discuss LKS 33. LKS 33. Okay, online students, we are going to take a small break. After that, I will be taking you through LKS 33 earnings per share. Very important standard too. So you can take around 15 minutes break, come back. So we'll stop again at 11:15. We can complete. Then after that, after taking your lunch break, we can start again at 12 o'clock. 12 to 2:45. That is the plan. Okay, take a break and come. PP. Purchase කරන අවසර තියෙන එක PP එකට එවිට වෙනවා. $5 $5 එක 800 CI එකේ this one variant so the make having the non-modified make having money minus 29 the initial measurement is historical cost the maker balance carry forward the same class be even the visual අවසර තියෙන exchange rate එකක් තියෙනවා අවසර තියෙන exchange rate එක මේකෙදි බලනවා කියලා ඒ බලන කියන්නේ වෙලා exchange කරන එක රීවැලියු කරන තාම කරනවා රීවැලියු කරන දවසට එදා කියලා එතකොට කියන්නේ පාරුස්තා මේක පාරුස්තා නැත්නම් හදාරේ පාරුස්තා නැත්නම් කරනවා PP දෙවි 5000 OCI exit 5000 make a separate make a separate same class as be legal. Samahan itu region karena mana? Whether they use it with historical kalau legal karena mana? Mereka legal karena thousand in exchange rate mana? Ini mereka. Kalau apa kan? Tapi emang mereka naga itu. Tapi naga itu sangat tahu. Kalau emang naga kan PP mereka kalau siapa itu? PR mereka tahu sih. Value kan? Ikan insan value kan? Ya, ada value kan? Value kalau dia ada metode. Mega kita setting करना था उसका अगर ये बुटी के monitoring closing rate है ना चला पास चला डालो mega kita क्या पसंद करें अगर मेथड नहीं है value करना तो exchange rate पर लेता medical PA में मेरा हाउस transaction operation. अब operation structure नहीं है operation है ना local currency दिए ना local currency ना अपना करनी होने functional currency अरे ये तो एक बार मेरे करने का अभी use कर रहा हूँ एक method का ना temporal method the temporal method is the exchange difference again asset liability of all exchange assets liability equal share of exchange then financial statement का इधर exchange transaction में तो forward के दिन मेरा currency assets liability income expense everything should be translated so temporal method देखिए ये है कि exchange rates दिए equity या non rate historical average housing एमती है so the exchange difference is separate on in the P&L. The P&L there should be exchange difference. Like a reflect no changes the PPT. It was the තව එකක් තියෙනවා functional currency න presentation currency කියලා. okay? functional currency න presentation currency අනේ method එකට අපි කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? current rate method. current rate method එකේදී exchange difference එක ඔක්කොම assets liability income expense ඔක්කොම translate වෙනවා. ගොඩක් ඒවා closing rate එක exchange closing rate එක. හරි. ඒ difference එක යන්නේ PM ලක නෙමෙයි that difference should record in the statement of financial position exchange difference කියන එක. මේ දෙකේ difference අපි මේ ඇවිල්ලා ඔය අහව ප්‍රශ්න උත්තර දෙන්න. for operation. මේ අපි කතාන්නේ foreign හරි. දැන් ප්‍රශ්න revalue කරන නිසා තමයි.
already අපි ඒ
මේක කොහොමද මෙතන value කරේ foreign exchange rate එක. ඔය මේ asset එක ගිහින් රකින්නේ.
අපි මෙතන
ඔව් නැත්තම්. නැත්තම් මොකද?
ඒක නියම
මේ රකින්නේ නැව asset එක.
එනව කන්ටෙක්ස් කරපුවා. ඔව්
revalue කරනවා නම් ඒ දාන්නේ fair value කරනවා. මේ විදිහේ ලංකාවේ දිගට ඒක කරන්න ඕනේ. OCI කියන්නේ මේ වගේ එකක් තමයි යන්නේ. මේ වගේ non monetary asset එකක් revalue කරනවා නම් එදාට exchange rate එකේ difference එක OCI යනවා. ඒක එතන ලියන්නේ foreign exchange difference කියලා gain or loss. දෙපැත්තට වෙනස්. Okay, the consolidated. Consolidated. Unrealized. Group එක විස්තර කරලා අපි intercompany transactions කරන්නේ. Intercompany transactions කරන්නේ. Parents and subsidiaries. Parent people කියලා ඉඳන් රුපියල් 100ක වඩුවක් රුපියල් 10ක එකතු කරලා 110යි. එතන මෙයාට එක purchase මෙයා sell කරන 110යි. subsidiary 110ට record කරනවා. හරි. අපි දැන් මේ දෙයට එකතු කරලා හදනවා මූල ප්‍රකාශන. ඒක තමයි group කියන්නේ. හරිද? එතන මෙයාගේ මේක asset එක මෙයා recognize කරන 110යි. inventory එක ඒ ලොකු inventory කියලා මේ විකුණනයි මේ අවස්ථයි 110ක් දැන් එතකොට අපි group එකේ inventory එක කීයක් වෙනවද 110යි එතන මෙයාගේ inventory මෙයා sell කරා මෙයා inventory එක ඇත්තටම 110ට 10ක් කියන මොකද profit නේද එතන මෙයා මේක outside the group විකුණන නැත්නම් still remaining in stocks නම් මේ 10 unrealized realized වෙලා නැහැ. ඒක unrealized profit එක මොනවද කරන්නේ? eliminate. otherwise overstay in front of assets. දැන් මේකම පවුල. මෙයා 10ක් ඇත්තරම මෙයාට ඒක asset එකක් set කරනවා. මේ realized වෙලා නැති නිසා ඒක ගලවන්න. asset එක රිලීස් කරලා මෙයාට කොට කරලා තියන්න. ඒක consolidate මෙයාගේ inventory then we have equipment. Then we have make a outside the group equipment. And the vehicle, एक सीधा है realize कर. इधर आप realize का कौन सा है? Already realize that making may asset taking period one as one realize किया थी. या outside the group equipment ला. ये equipment ला नहीं. इधर तीन पांच पांच नहीं. ඉතිරුනේ 55. එතන මේ පහක් තියෙන එක unrealized. ඒ පහ කරනවා. එන්නන්නේ unrealized එක consolidate
unrealized gain realized gain
unrealized gain ඒක අපි හරියටම බලමු දැන් report එකේ බලලා කතා කරමු. ඒක තාම in detail තියෙන්න ඕනේ. realize unrealize කියන්නේ මේ වගේ කතන්දරයක් තමයි. තමයි ඇතුලේ disclosures වල තමයි request කරලා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක තා වෙන්න වෙන්නේ. ඒක තා දුරට ඒකේ standard එක මොකක්ද කියලා බලන්න පොඩ්ඩක් go through කරන්න. ඒක තමයි අර අලුත් දේවල් ඉන්ටරෙස්ටිං දේවල් තියෙනවා ගෝ through කරනවා. Okay. Right. Okay. Welcome back. Let me start. LK 33 earnings per share. Earnings per share. EPS. Earnings per share. Remember, this is one of disclosure standards. One of disclosure standard. Right? This standard is applicable for which type of companies? This standard is applicable for all the companies? No. Applicable for individual companies which issue their shares in public market. A group of companies which, they are in the public market. So, such companies would apply LKS 33. Not all the companies. Not all the companies, right? Take right in the middle. Take 2 pages and the middle you can write LKS 33 earnings per share. Earnings per share. This is the content. Any standard, we have these items. Objectives, scope, definitions, measurement, disclosures. Right? Disclosures. Okay. Objective, prescribed principle for the determination and presentation of earning per share. Earning per share. Okay. LKA is 33. EPS. You can use blue color, not red, blue color. Scope of the standard. You can remember earlier standards I asked you to take red color pen to write the scope. But here I asked you to take blue color. Why? I'm going to show you. These are the only applicable entities which use LKS 33. Red color one, elimination. Those items that I listed in red color are not applicable on the standard. Exempted or eliminated, right? But here I write that in the same place. You can use blue color. Hope of the standard. මතකයිද මම කලින් කියනවා red එක ලියන්න කියලා. red එක ලියන්න කිව්වයි. ඒ ප්‍රමිතයෙන් eliminate වෙන ටික. මේක ලියන්න යන්න මොකද? මේ දෙක විතරයි මේකට applicable. හරිද? එකයි පාට වල අදහස් හොඳයි. Okay. Then after writing it, there are some definitions. Then there are 2 types of ratios. Basic EPS, diluted EPS. Basic EPS and diluted EPS. Basic and diluted. What do you mean by dilution? Diluted again, very well, or dilute again. Diluted again, okay. Dilution. What do you mean by basic EPS? What do you mean by basic EPS? Basic EPS equals profit attributable to ordinary shareholders. Attributable to ordinary shareholders divided by number of ordinary shares, or as weighted average number of ordinary shares. Oh. Yeah. Thank you. Business registration. Right, okay. Basic EPS equals profit attributable to ordinary shareholders divided by weighted average number of ordinary shares. Why I wrote weighted average number of ordinary shares? Because number of ordinary shares can be changed. Let's say there is a new issue, new ordinary share. There can be a bonus issue. There can be a right issue. Right? During the period, there can be a change. Therefore, we should get the weighted average number of ordinary shares. If there is a new issue, let's say we are comparing financial statements of year 2023, year 2024, 2022, like in 2022 profit after tax. Then, as per the standard, we need to disclose earning per share, the latter part of the profit and loss. Right? Let's say here 20 rupees. Better than 5 rupees. I mean 5 drastically. Let's say there is a new ordinary share issue. Profit remain unchanged, but they have issued new ordinary shares. Right? So, better than value හරිද? එතකොට පුතා ඔහොම පෙන්නනොත් මොකක් වෙයිද බලන්න මිනිස්සු. Bad indication එකක් දෙනවා. Earning per share drastically decrease. එහෙනම් ඒක මොකද කරන්නේ? නෑ ඒක නෙමෙයි. weighted එකකට බෙදලා තමයි අර 5 ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. මම ඒක නෙමෙයි point out කරේ. weighted එක ගන්න ඕන. හරි ඒක නෙමෙයි මගේ මේ කතන්දර. Then given number of shares valuation නිසා EPS drastically reduced. If we are showing like this, what would happen to traders? Mislead. එනිසා මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ? Previous year EPS should be adjusted. Previous year EPS should be adjusted. Adjusted EPS. That's all we know there will upset me. Previous year EPS also should be adjusted, otherwise misleading. Look at so there can be a bonus issue, there can be a right issue. I hope you are aware about those terms. What is the difference between bonus and the right? Bonus issue and the right issue. In bonus issue, there is no cash involvement. Through the equity, through the reserves, they are going to issue new set of shares as bonus. Right issue. Right issue. Right issue. For existing shareholders is given facility to purchase certain number of shares at a lesser price, lesser than market price. That is the benefit given. Yeah, that is the benefit given. So when there is a right issue, number of ordinary shares will go up. In both circumstances, there is a bonus fraction. What do you mean by bonus fraction? There is a bonus fraction. Bonus fraction. Bonus fraction equals, there is an existing number of shares. There is an existing number of shares. If you 10 million here, 10 million number of order shares available. Bonus issue is 5 million. Then what is the total number of shares? 15 million. This should be divided by available, already available one, existing one. Here, 10. Given the high, the bonus fraction here. Pahalo bedima, the high. Again, no bedima, right? This will be the bonus fraction. I will tell you how to apply that bonus fraction. So I will explain logically what are the circumstances where this bonus fraction is applied. Right? This is called bonus fraction. Bonus fraction. Okay. Objective garden, scope on. Write down. Separate or individual financial statements of entity whose audit shares, potential audit shares are traded in public market. Shares, public market share this standard would be applied. Group or consolidated financial statements of a group with a parent whose audit shares, potential audit shares are traded in public market. Just summary, scope independently. Scope independently. You can write them in the scope in blue color. Okay, did you write? Okay. Repetitions. Buddha. can you please tell me what is potential ordinary share? Potential, future, potential. What do you mean by potential ordinary share? Any example? One second. Potential ordinary share क्या होगा? नहीं. Convertible preference shares, convertible debentures. කියන අනාගතයේ තමයි ordinary share වෙන්නේ. දැනට ordinary share නෙමෙයි. That's convertible preference shares, convertible debentures. It was share options, share warrants. Those are called potential ordinary shares. Right? Potential ordinary shares are connected to diluted EPS. Potential ordinary shares would be connected to what? Dilution or diluted EPS. Dilution. EPS is 20 rupees. Right? Basic EPS is 20 rupees. Basic. Right? Basic EPS is 20 rupees. That is the earning per share. This is called earning per share. Basic EPS. Correct? With the potential ordinary share, this basic EPS will increase or decrease. No? Right? With the effect of potential ordinary shares, this basic EPS will increase or decrease. Make earning, make a loss per share. No? Loss per share. Earning per share as well as loss per share. Dilution. This earning per share should be reduced. Right? Earning per share should be reduced. Then we are calling dilute. We can say diluted EPS. Right? If this is loss per share, this loss should be increased. Is that dilution or not? That's a dilution. That's a dilution. If earning per share decrease or loss per share increase, that is called dilution. Dilution. Correct? एक effect වෙන්නේ පුතා අර මම කියපු මොකද්ද? මොකද්ද? Potential ordinary share වල impact එකත් එක්ක තමයි බලන්න. Let's say basic EPS increase. Loss per share decrease with the effect of potential ordinary share. ඒකට මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? Anti-dilution. Anti-dilution. Dilution කියන්නේ basic EPS decrease or loss per share increase. That is called dilution. Anti-dilution is opposite of it. Definition of definition or dilutive effect, dilution, anti-dilution. Type of pendant. Read. Abhi kuda kya dilution. Read this. Reduction in earning per share or increase in loss per share. Convertible instruments are converted in the sense what? Potential ordinary shares. දැනට convert කළා නැහැ. අනාගතේ convert කරනවනේ. එහෙම කරොත් අපි effect එක බලනවා. අපි ගණන් හදන වෙනවා. Warrants exercise. Specified conditions. There are some agreements. If some conditions are satisfied, ordinary shares will be issued. There can be such situations. That is potential. So potential ordinary shares activate convertible instruments, options, warrants, and ordinary shares are issued upon the satisfaction of specified conditions. Those are the three examples for potential ordinary shares. If there are such potential ordinary shares, we need to check whether there is a dilution or anti-dilution. There is a dilution or anti-dilution. Huh? Anti-dilution කියවන ඊළඟ එක. Satisfaction. Specified condition. හරිනේ? Contingently issuable ordinary shares. Contingently issuable ordinary shares are ordinary shares issuable with little or no cash or other consideration upon the satisfaction of specified conditions in contingent share agreement. That's what we said, right? Upon the satisfaction of some conditions, ordinary shares can be issued. That is called the contingently issuable ordinary shares, right? Contingent share agreement. Contingent share agreement is an agreement to issue shares that is dependent on the satisfaction of specified conditions. Because there can be an agreement to issue ordinary share with the satisfaction of some conditions. There should be an agreement. That agreement is here. Options, warrants, and they are equivalents. Options can have a share options, share warrants. ඒකේ ordinary share එක නෙමෙයි share option එක share එක ගන්න පොඩි priority එකක් දෙන කතන්දරයක්. Some organizations are issuing share options. After some time, they are eligible to exercise or not exercise that option. The priority දෙනවා ඒගොල්ලන්ට අදාළ ආයතනයේ shares මිලට ගන්න. Are there any options? Options means not ordinary shares, but in future they could exercise them or not exercise. Then other options issue කරනවා. දැන් මගේ company shares issue කරන්න යන්නේ. හරි? මාස 6කට පස්සේ. හරිද? එතකොට අද මම options issue කරනවා. දැන් ඔය දෙන options ගන්න. Option එක රුපියල් 3 ගානේ මම විකුණනවා. මේකට න option shares 1000 මිලට ගන්න options මිලට ගන්න. options මිලට ගන්න. හරිද? එතකොට අපි agree වෙනවා අපි කියනවා at the date of share purchase you are allowed to purchase at 100 rupees. share එකක් මිලට ගන්න පුළුවන් රුපියල් 100ට. අපි agree වෙලා දෙන්නේ option එක විකුණන්නේ ඔයාලට share එකක් දෙනවා රුපියල් 100ට. හරිද? පැහැදිලිද මම කියන එක? one share can be purchased at 100 rupees because of this option. Because they have purchase option. හරිද? දැන් මොන අපි මේ දවසට ඇවිල්ලා දැන් තියෙන්නේ. මාස 6කට මාස එදා ඉන්නේ දැන්. In the market, one share selling at 150. හරි මාකට් එකේ 150ට යනවා. ඔයාලට පුළුවන් කීයද එක්සර්සයිස් කරන්නද? රුපියල් 100 එක්සර්සයිස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Are you going to exercise or not? Yes, you would exercise because there is a benefit. There is benefit. ඉතින් මාකට් එකේ දුවනවා 80ට. Are you going to exercise? So you can purchase at market. ඒක අර exercise or not exercise කියලා කතාවක් කියන්නේ. පැහැදිලිද කියන්නේ? Financial instruments give holder right to purchase ordinary shares. Right to purchase ordinary shares. You have right. And exercise කරනද නැද්ද කියලා තියෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝම තමයි. Exercise කරන්න පුළුවන්. නොකරන්න පුළුවන්. Ordinary share is an equity instrument that is subordinate to all other classes of equity instruments. Ordinary share ඒකත් එක්ක තමයි අර හිමිකම බැඳිලා පවතින්නේ. Ordinary share. Potential ordinary share is a financial instrument or other contract that may entitle its holder to ordinary shares. That is called potential ordinary share. That ordinary share issue will ahead. But in future, ordinary shares will be issued. It's a financial instrument or other contract that may entitle its holder to ordinary shares. In a theoretical potential ordinary share. Put option on ordinary put option, call option का देखा थी ना? Put option क्या होगा? Put option क्या है? Holder right to sell. Put option क्या है? Put option आते हैं क्या है? We have right to sell. Right to sell. Call option क्या है? Right to buy. Right to buy ordinary share. Potential ordinary shares उदाहरण on potential ordinary shares. Already we have discussed potential ordinary shares. Thank you.
Financial liability or equity instruments, including PNs, then
Preference shares.
convertible to ordinary shares.
Options or warrants. Then
Shares
that will
be issued
upon
the inspection of condition
result
resolved from
contractual arrangement. Right? Can you please write these three things in the summary? एक වැදගත්. Dilution and dilution දිහාගත්තා. තාම අපි කතා කරන්නේ මේ definition right? Potential ownership කියලා දිහාගත්තා. Potential ownership. Convertible instruments. Convertible instruments කියලා සතරව ලියන්න. Convertible instruments. एक debenture වෙන්න පුළුවන්, preference shares වෙන්න පුළුවන්, loan notes වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right, okay, moving on. Measurement. Basic earning per share, already you are aware how to calculate. Profit attributable to ordinary shareholders divided by number of ordinary, weighted average number of ordinary shares. Weighted average number of ordinary shares. Very simple. I get the preference shares issue kala තිබ්බොත් පුතා ඒගොල්ලන්ට dividends දෙන්න එපා. That is available in the profit after tax. So you should remove the preference dividends. Then you will be getting profit attributable to holders. This is the equation. Did you write it? Yes. Correct? Moving on. Basic EPS. දැන් මේවා කියලා උදාහරණ අපිට beginning කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. There can be bonus issue, there can be a right issue, share split කියන එකක් තියෙනවා. What do you mean by share split? Share split. Did you invest in share market? Anyone who invests in share market? Hands up, please. No one, neither. Very interesting. But we are dealing with, you are focusing, you are reporting, you are engaging with what? Financial statements. Sometimes you would be working in PLCs. We are providing financial statements for PLCs. We are talking about ordinary shares. We are talking about preference shares. But you have not invested. I'm not going to say, millions of money need to be invested. But 10,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees for learning purpose. Learning purpose, better to have an account. What are the procedures that you need to follow? you have to have, did you invest? Invested? No, you know. Invested? No. Invested? Yes. Okay, explain what are the steps. First, we have to have CDS account, Central Depository System. We have to have account. So there are brokers, stock brokers. There are around 25 to 30 brokers in Sri Lanka. BOC stock brokers, MM තියෙනවා බැංකුත් කරේ කියලා තියෙනවා. ඒතර යාත් එක්ක ගිහලා කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. Then he or she will instruct you to open CDS account, Central Depository System. So there is ID copy, billing proof on the keep that for. After that, after opening a CDS account, you can deposit or dahana. If you are dahana, that's okay. Dahana are a stock broker account. Stock broker company. यार पाउडर accountant नहीं है. Stock broker company accountant. Right? इधर stock broker මොකක්ද කරන්නේ? එයා දෙනවා username and password. Right? Username and password. Then you have 1,000 rupees. You can buy shares. Minimum 100 උඩවත් තමයි ගන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි ඒකේ තියෙනවනේ OD අර share එක දෙක ගන්න පුළුවන් එක මොකද්ද? share එක දෙක ගන්න පුළුවන්. අර OD මොකද්ද? ඒක මම නම මතක නැහැ. සමහරවිට shares අතරම එක දෙක ගන්න පුළුවන්. ස්පෙෂල් එකක්. හරි සමහර වෙලාවට වාට දෙන එක share එකයි. රුපියල් 20යි. Right? එක share එක. You can buy on that way. නැත්තම් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මේ 3 ගුණාකාරවලින් නේද ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. හොඳයි? minimum bulk quantity එකක් තමයි ගන්න. 3 quantity තමයි මට මතක තියෙන්නේ. සමහර shares තියෙනවා බොහොම අඩු 750යි 720යි. ඒකට shares 100ක් ගන්නවා කියන එක මහ ලොකු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. There are around 300 odd companies in Sri Lankan stock market, Colombo stock exchange. එතකොට අර පුංචි ගානක ආයෝජනයක you can learn. මම කියන්නේ ඉඩකඩ විකුණලා ගිහලා සල්ලි දාන්න share market because that is not running under fundamentals. Manipulations are there. Because that's kind of gambling. Right? ඒක සූදුවක්. සමහර මිනිස්සු ඉන්න උදේ 9 මාට යනවා කොළඹ ස්ටොක් එක්ස්චේන්ජ් එකේ යනවා සමහරවිට කම්පියුටර් එකට යනවා ඔන් කර ගන්නවා ඒකේ තමයි ඉන්නේ. දෙකමාරකට. වෙන මොනවද වැඩ කරන්නේ? මාකට් එකේ ගිහලා යාගේ බිස්නස් එක. හරි? එහෙමයි ඉන්නවා. යා මාකට් එකට ඇබ්බැහි වුණාම එහෙම තමයි. සූදු කිල්ලනවා කියන්නේ. දාද රුපියලට ගන්නවා හෙට 7.1 වුණොත් විකුණනවා. 7.20ක් ලාභයි එක ෂෙයාර් එක. හරි? ඒක තව වැඩි වෙයි කියලා බල ඉන්නවා. අපිට දන්නුනා ඊට පහුවෙන් දුන්නේ ඒක 7.50ට බලනවා. ඒතර සෆරින්. ඒක high risk high return. high risk high return. සමහර අය හොඳට ඇනලයිස් කරලා කරන අය හොඳට ලාභ ගන්න අය. ෂෙයාර් මාකට් එක වෙනම කතන්දරයක්. හැබැයි ලංකාවේ අර ෆන්ඩමෙන්ටල්ස් වලට යන්නේ නැහැ. අර ස්ටොක් බ්‍රෝකර්ස් සමහරට වෙලා එක්කම වෙලා උඩට ෂෙයාර්ස් අරන් යනවා. ඉතින් යාළුවගේ ප්‍රොෆිටබිලිටි මැච් වුණාම අත්හරින්න. මොකද සමහරට එල්ලෙනවා අර බිම් එල්ලෙන මිනිස්සු අනාතයි. හරි? මම කියන්නේ තේරෙනවද? සමහරට 7.50 තියෙන උඩ ලයින් රුපියල් 5ට. ඊළ අතර බූස්ට් ගාලා වහිනවා. අර උඩින් එල්ලෙන මිනිස්සු අනාතයි. මේවා කියනවා. පරිසල් කියන්නේ මම කියන්නේ නැහැ මේ මහා පරිමාණයෙන් කරන්න කියලා. හැබැයි learning purpose එක කරන්න ඕන මට කියන්න ඕනේ ස්පීඩ් එක කියනවා. I can remember පුතා මේ ලංකා අශෝක් ලේලන්ඩ් එකේ ෂෙයාර් එක ප්‍රයිස් එක කිව්වද? ලංකා අශෝක් ලේලන්ඩ්. I can remember at that time around 40,000 rupees one share. One share 40,000. එකක් ගන්න රුපියල් 40,000ක් ආයෝජනය කරනවා. හරිද? දැනුත් මේ වගේ ගානක් තියෙනවද අඩු වෙලාද වැඩි වෙලාද දන්නේ බලන්න. එතකොට let's say I have one share. I invest 40,000 on that. Entity can decide that one share can be split to 10 times. Then, එතකොට මට හම්බ වෙනවා shares 10. එතකොට market price will go down. හරිද? එතකොට ඒක මට benefit එකක්ද නැද්ද? benefit එකක්. දැන් අරක රුපියල් 40,000 රුපියල් 4,000 විතර වෙනවා දැන්. එතකොට ඒක ඊළඟ දවසේ 4,500 වුණොත් එහෙනම් මට 500 වැඩි කිරීම 10. capital gain එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට number of shares වැඩි වෙනවා නේද? dividend එක disclose කරොත් දැන් ඒ dividend එක වගේ 10 ගුණයක් යනවා. 810 ඒ වගේ ගන්න අඩු වෙනවා. ඔක ඒ කාලේ මම කියන අවුරුදු 10ක 15කට කලින් 40,000 50,000 වලට ගියා. දැන් ඔය share split ගිහිල්ලා තමයි අඩු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. share split කියන්නේ multiple time එකකින් එක වැඩි කරලා in existing shareholders ලබා දෙනවා. that is called share split. number of share split එකක් මොකද වෙන්නේ? number of shares holding shares will increase. so ඒක impact එකක් දෙනවද නැද්ද මේ එකට? EPS yes. ඒ බෙදන ගන්න වැඩි වෙනවා. හරි. ඒක අවබෝධයෙන් ඕන අපි කරන්න බැහැ. හරි. අපි decision ගන්නකොට ඉතින් EPS එක ගොඩක් අඩු වෙලා. EPS එක ගොඩක් අඩු වෙලා. ඒක නිසා අපි අඩු වෙන හේතුත් අපි දැනගන්න ඕනේ. ඒක පරිස්සමකට share split එක. ඒකට අර මම උඩින්ම කිව්වේ කතාව ගිය අවුරුද්දේ future ගන්නකොට මේ වගේ ගොඩක් අඩු වෙලා because of denominator කියන්නේ ළඟින්ද හරියද යට එක දුර එක denominator යට එක numerator කියන්නේ උඩ එක numerator උඩ එක එතන යට එක අඩු වෙච්ච ඒක වෙනස් වුණාම අර share එක වෙනස් වෙනවා price එක වෙනස් වෙනවා right okay reverse share split share splits can be reversed they can be accumulate කරන්න පුළුවන් right there is impact on number of ordinary shares right practice question number 1 so I will keep this as it is now you can take your lunch break right lunch break okay the lunch deal on that 11:30 come on then you can come around 12:15 we'll start the class right 12:15 we can start the class we can go till 2:45 to 2:45 again right take a break lunch break okay 1 minute 9th of March के other nede other your midterm test from 9 to 10 pm midterm test from 9 to 10 other रात्रि other 9th के other දැන් හිත සමහර අයිදානද හිත දැම්මේ සමහර යනකොට ගෙවල් වල යනවනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ දුර යන අය ඉන්නවනේ ඒතර රැයට ට්‍රැවලින් නේ. ඒ නිසා තමයි අද දාන්නේ කියලා අද හෙට දාන්නත් හිතලා අද දැම්මා. With already I informed it. Okay. There are 25 MCQs from LKS 33 Dhamma, 33 within Dhamma. Right? It was SLFRS 3 within Dhamma. SLFRS 3 within Dhamma again business combination. It was Dhamma LKS 8 within Dhamma. LKS 8 accounting policy. ඒවා කලින් ඉගෙන ගත්ත ප්‍රොමිත. එමත් ඒවා දාන්න. මොකද නැත්තම් ඔයාලා විතර මේ semester එකේ තියෙන විතරයි ඔයාලට ටෙස්ට් කරන්නේ. And there is a continuation. ඊට පස්සේ ධර්ම questions SLFRS 10 ධර්ම කතා කරලා ඉවර කරේ. question 10 ධර්ම LKS 1 include ධර්ම questions හතරක් තිබුණා. LKS 1 Preparation of financial statement. The consolidation can preparation of financial statement. So in case one questions feedback then. Okay. Very you can answer. Okay. LKS 21 then 21 then we have. Come on, the growth clear. Yesterday I had the paper. Yesterday. That should be done. Read the question and identify the appropriate answer. Only one answer available. One answer, there are 4 options. Okay. Again, I will tell the time. 9 to 10. 9 to 10. Don't try to copy, right? You need to switch on your videos, right? And your cameras as well. Sorry, unmute your mics. At times then discuss. You need to answer. That may say at 89 may so we are monitoring closely. I think you switch on.
Initially, I informed them on today. There were few concerns because some are traveling to, and 2 of the foreign students were traveling from. One person was traveling to Scotland, and that time, and the other one was traveling to Sri Lanka. He asked if there is today. Then the possibility.
Right? Okay? But I informed this midterm about the midterm test 2 to 3 years, 2 to 3 weeks ago, right? So therefore we cannot postpone. Physically here in the Barry online at the Indian is online sector. Please bear with me. Need to complete this week and better than no. Right. Okay. If there are options, read the options, then identify the most appropriate. You could do it. Right? Right, we'll see. Because there are assignments, maybe group assignment. From group assignment, you can catch your marks. Okay, so, take a break now.